Happy Wednesday, everybody. I have a lot of glass, and I also have a lot of wood scraps. Now today I'm going to merge those two together in an interesting way. I hope it'll turn out cool. You see, I don't know if I've shared this with you. This is a piece of multi-layered glass art that I made. It's like an animation cell, and each layer has artwork painted onto it, you know, to make a three-dimensional piece of artwork. But after I make a piece of artwork like this, I need to frame it, because you can't offer something for sale that's just a bunch of loose glass. For one, it's a little bit uggo. For two, it's dangerous. I do not want anybody getting hurt. The only person who gets hurt from my glass art is me. The little nicks all over my hand. Here's another one. Ooh. I would love to incorporate LEDs and stuff, but that's for the future. But today I had a great idea. I make these black and white. Here's another piece. There's another couple pieces, yeah. I like to experiment. You know, there's a bunch of different layers on there. It doesn't always work, but the cool thing about glass is you can spritz a little bit of Windex on there and you can use your glass again. It is a bit more forgiving than canvas. Anyway, oh, here's another piece. It was a knot, a 3D knot. Didn't really like that. I digress. If you've never done anything like this, trying to talk and think at the same time, give it a try. Try making a video of you sharing your favorite dish. Try to narrate it while you're doing it, and it is a challenge. Once I make the pieces, they need to be put into frames. So I make these black and white landscapes. Now, I thought if I could find myself a couple of pieces of glass that are all uniform, I could create a piece at that ratio, print it out into different layers, and then attach those to glass, and then sell those at a less expensive price than I would if it was an original. It's a print. You know, print. I'm babbling. I know you watch these to hear me babble. Some people do. I watch a lot of YouTube videos just to have a talking voice in the background. Long story short, today what we're going to do is we're going to find some matching pieces of glass, and I'm going to find some scrap wood. I'm going to cut them down. I'm going to make frames for the pieces of glass, and then I'm going to create a piece of artwork or edit an existing piece of artwork, which I probably will do instead because it's easier and I've already painted it. We're going to assemble the 3D artwork in the glass and then finish it. Uh-oh. Google? So that's what we're going to do. How was that for an intro? I took communications in college. I don't even know what that is. It probably has to do with radio, not actually communicating.
Hello, how do you do? Today we're going to be making a thing. Actually, we're going to be making three things. Three things in a couple of steps. First, let me show you what I made last night. This piece here is made with multiple layers of glass. I don't know how well you can see it, but I cut out the shapes of the paintings so it's like 4-dimensional. There's 3-dimensional. There's 4 pieces of glass here with pieces of artwork intertwined. Now, I had one piece. I had 5 pieces of glass in this ratio, so I built a frame around that. But now I have 3. See, each one of these contains 4 panes of glass. I have 3 of these. So today we're going to make 3 pieces of artwork with a cool twist. But I'll save that till the end. Here's what I began working on last night. It's the same idea. It's a multi-layered night scene. And I did that with just black and white paint. Maybe a little bit of gray. This painting isn't the interesting part. So I'm going to fast motion through the painting, and then we're going to do the interesting part. Now I have my artwork scanned, and I have 3 frames here, and 2 of them are basically the same, but one of them's a little different. I'm going to try 3 different ideas for each one of these 3 things. I just spent a good 10 minutes polishing up all my glass. You didn't need to sit through that, so I didn't show that. So, here we are. I have 12 prints in total. This is the one that's a little bigger than the other one. I am going to just make this one normal. This is going to be a normal one. Okay, so now, unfortunately, I can only print things out in black and white now because that's all I have. It's good to have something. There's layer 1. Now, here's layer 2. What I'm going to do is just cut out the little house. And the mountain. This print was a little darker than I would have liked it, but for just the mountain layer, that'll work okay, I think. Okay. And I'll just layer that on top. Put another sheet of glass. Okay. The next one's going to be a little bit more interesting. Now again, I cut out the little house. Ooh, you know what I can do? Or maybe, yeah, maybe I can do it. I can do it, yeah. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. You'll see. You'll see my idea. Okay, now this layer over here, this layer is going to be the fence. And the shrubs here. to the front side of the bank here. But here's the idea I thought would be pretty cool. Bring this thatched roof out a layer. Ooh, you know what? That may not be that's not correct. Well, I'll fix that in post. This is number 1. You get the idea. Okay. I'll just put that in here for the time being. I'm going to go back and make sure these things are all touched up and secured with double-sided tape. Okay, here's number 2, and this is all of the blurred pieces put together. Apparently they're going to need to be put together a little better than that, but maybe I'll try to get a good photograph of this. This is a depth of field effect that I think looks kick-ass, and I look forward to trying this again in the future. I don't like that. But here's number 3. This is the last version, and this is the one that I'm the most excited about trying. What has he done? He's cut away the moon. He's a wild man. But yes. Pull out this portfolio of colors. So I decided to put this last one in fast motion. Basically, I'm just doing the same cuts as before, except I'm cutting little slithers out of certain parts for the colored paper to show through. This worked okay. I think I would have benefited better from a sharper blade. But it turned out all right. I think what would have been neat would have been a neat idea would be printing on the colored paper itself, so it doesn't just look like just a solid color. Like, especially for the moon, I think the texture of the moon would have looked cool on that moon. I'll do that next time. Yeah, you live and you learn. Yeah, I just put my hand in a hidden pile of dog poop about 10 minutes ago. It's nice to know my little angel Dougal was thinking of me. When he pooped on my clothes, well, we're done. And here are the final 3 pieces all framed up. This was the first one. This is the second one. This one was my favorite, but I'm going to try to do that better next time. And this was somebody else's favorite. It was fun. And here's another one that I did before. This was just a one-off. Well, thanks everybody. Sorry for the lack of energy this time. Thank you to all my patrons. Couldn't do it without you. And
I think that's about it for this video. Looking forward to next month. I got a lot of cool ideas. But for now, talk to you later, alligator.